cash flow productivity. These goals for us are realistic, yet they're still demanding. The categories in which we compete grow about 3% a year. If we maintain market shares, which is always a challenge given the competitive intensity of our industry, we grow along with the categories. But we need another 1 to 3% top-line growth to meet our goals. The only way to achieve this is to increase market shares, to expand into new geographic markets, and to create new brands and new categories, virtually all of which demand consistent, successful innovation. Future performance will always be evaluated in the context of these goals, and future choices will always be influenced by how much growth is required and where it will come from. The right goals are the prerequisite for innovation. Strategies are the third driver. Strategies are the few critical choices required by goals: where to play, how to win, what to do, and importantly, what not to do. P&G's global growth strategies fit on one piece of paper. There are only three: to grow our core businesses, to accelerate growth in more dynamic businesses like health and beauty care, and last but not least, to win in developing markets. These three strategies have provided a clear and consistent focus at P&G since the beginning of this decade. In and of themselves, there's nothing remarkable about these strategies. They're not dramatically different than our competition. But the decisive factor that ensures these strategies are winning strategies is the innovation. As our leadership team developed these strategies 7 or 8 years ago now, we focused not only on where we saw growth opportunities in our industry, but even more importantly, on where we could grow the most by innovating. We don't want to be in businesses that aren't responsive to innovation. We look for focus areas where we believe we can leverage our particular combination of consumer insight, innovation expertise, and brands. Innovation capabilities should be a primary driver of strategy. The next driver is core strengths. The deciding factor in P&G's success is our ability to leverage a few core strengths. We've determined that 5 strengths matter most to winning in consumer products: consumer understanding, branding, innovation, go-to-market capability, global learning, and scale. We were strong in each of these areas a decade ago, but we didn't have a clear competitive advantage in all of them. This told us that we needed to focus and we needed to invest, which is what we've done and what we're trying to continue to do. For example, we've invested well over $1 billion in consumer research and shopper research. That's far more than any competitor and roughly double the competitive average in our industry. When I landed in Mumbai on Wednesday morning, the first thing I did was go into consumer homes to watch them use our products. The second thing I did was to visit stores to watch consumers shop for our products. That's how we become innovative. We've taken one of the industry's more traditional market research organizations and we've turned it into a consumer understanding powerhouse. We moved away from traditional focus group research and have increased our investment in what we describe as immersive research more than 5-fold. We're spending far more time living with consumers in their homes, shopping with them in stores, and being part of their lives. The total immersion leads to richer consumer insights, bigger innovations, and faster speed to market. I'll give you just one brief example. Defining a brand's target consumer is the most critical step in brand building. It goes well beyond basic demographics and basic psychographics. It requires deep understanding of what drives the consumer's emotions. It requires us to understand not only her needs, but also her aspirations. If we do it all well, if we uncover the unarticulated reasons why a consumer chooses one brand over another, that's success. For example, a woman may say she buys a certain fine fragrance because it reminds me of my boyfriend. With insights like this, we can determine which groups of consumers have the highest potential to be attracted to our brand and develop communications precisely targeted to them. This is the foundation for effective and efficient brand building. Now that all may sound painfully obvious, but to appreciate how difficult it is to do, think about this. Only about 1 of every 4 brands and products introduced every year succeeds in our industry. 3 out of 4 fail. Olay is a perfect example of how to beat these odds. We've used very detailed consumer understanding to build a great mega brand. Olay has created distinct boutiques in the anti-aging segment to meet unique needs for highly specific prime prospect groups. For example, Total Effects appeals to women who want to repair the multiple signs of aging and restore their skin to its natural condition. Regenerist appeals to women who use a regimen of products to care for their skin. They're very aware of ingredients and the chemistry behind the benefits. Olay Definity has many of the same attributes as Regenerist, but appeals to consumers who are also concerned with skin tone, skin texture. And these generally are more mature women. These insight-driven segments have enabled Olay to grow dramatically over a very short period of time. 7 years ago, Olay was Oil of Olay, and it was lost in the clutter of skincare brands. Today, it's the world's largest retail skincare brand with sales of more than $2 billion globally. Now, I could provide similar examples for all of P&G's core strengths, but I won't take the time to do that today. The key point is that it's the combination of these strengths that is competitively decisive, and it's all about innovation and their application to innovation. When we put it all together, we see and we create more innovation opportunities. We bring innovation to market on leading global brands. And with deep local knowledge and strong retail relationships, we commercialize these innovations more consistently, all of which leads to sustainable growth and superior shareholder returns. Structure is the 5th driver. It's important to organize for innovation. It's important to be deliberate about enabling connections and collaboration necessary for innovation to occur. Now, there's no one-size-fits-all structure when organizing for innovation. In fact, the same company often needs different structures to meet varying innovation needs. Innovation is about just enough structure. The key is to have clear criteria for designing the right organization structure, whether the innovation opportunity is inside a core business or in an adjacent business to the core or in an entirely new business. The level of risk and opportunity and the level of investment required are often different. The degree to which innovation opportunity leverages core strengths or requires new strengths may be different, and the time horizon of innovation development may be different. The experience and expertise required may be different. We've used these criteria to create a variety of innovation structures within Procter & Gamble. We have a corporate innovation fund, for example, which specializes in high-risk, high-reward ideas. It's essentially an in-house venture capital firm that does initial concept, design, engineering, and qualification work, and then hands over the successful ideas to the appropriate business unit, or we create a new business unit. We call it our Future Works team, and our Future Works team focuses exclusively on innovations that can create entirely new businesses. There are new business development teams in every global business unit.